Hello, beautiful people. Just clearing the space a little bit. And yeah, I have a message coming through, and it's for those of you. I've been channeling a lot of starseed messages for star seeds, and those of you who identify with being here on Earth to help the collective awaken and ascend to, a new Earth. I don't know how else to put it. So I'm going to be using the Starseed deck from Rebecca Campbell and just calling in the angels and the forces of light, of love, who are assisting us in our missions. I just feel like there's a big collective activation happening for star seeds, and so I guess that's why these messages are coming through so strongly and so urgently. So yeah, I just want to see what's in store for you. I'm feeling like there's a need for grounding. There's a need for connecting with the earth. That's coming off right off the bat. It's coming through. Yeah, a lot more rest is also coming through, and just this feeling of moving slower. I guess we're still in eclipse season, and that kicks up a lot of stuff, especially from the shadow material in the psyche, the personal psyche, and the collective psyche. So there's a lot going on. And as we know, even just worldwide and in the news, we're having a lot being revealed. So there's a lot being revealed. That is the energy. And so it takes a lot of self-care and a lot of slowing down to kind of digest and process this information. So yeah, let's see what your guides and angels have to say about kind of anchoring these new streams of information that are coming in. Staying in truth is what I'm getting, like anchoring into truth, because there's a lot of sensationalism, there's a lot of opinions, beliefs floating around, and media. So how can you stay anchored in your truth? All right, let's see. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. So I do feel like this is regarding your own energy body and how you have the ability to activate certain areas of the earth just with your presence, with your energy. You can see this column of light. So not only can you, when you're walking through the forest or through the cities and the supermarket and the more mundane places in the world, or even when you're traveling, you're acting like almost like as a channel or a funnel of light that is bringing healing, bringing codes of ancient, what I'm hearing is ancient language, ancient light codes. You're bringing these in from the higher dimensions, and you're bringing them onto earth, and that's kind of what your mission was anyway, right? So that is part of your mission, and you're doing this unintentionally, but just your presence does this. But also what I'm getting is you are being called to go into places that charge you, that recharge you. And yeah, and even, you can even do this in bed at night, like activating a pillar of light around you so that you can call back your power, your energy that has maybe been dispersed throughout the day, and really bringing it back in and allowing it to recharge you, not only your energy, but I guess higher energies of light, connecting with ascended masters and guides who are protecting you and who are working with you at this time. It's really important. Asking for healings before you go to sleep. But also I'm really feeling like the earth, that's what came through right in the beginning. connecting with the earth is so just necessary for you. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. That's what I'm getting. And maybe finding points of power or places of power that feel like it's almost like there are portals or vortexes into a dimension that feels like more familiar or like more of your frequency, right? So trust where you're led, power places. Yeah, you're gonna know intuitively because of the way you feel, of the way you start to, maybe your mind starts to calm down and you just feel more grounded, more in your body, and you're not spinning like maybe you've been spinning all day because you've been trying to keep up with all the demands of life, and then there's the content coming at you and being thrown at you from your phone and from the computer, you know, this influx of like just energies everywhere is it can get to be detrimental if you're not balancing it with the grounding, with the earth places that feel like home to you, right? And again, dream time is very important. It's like asking for healings before you go to sleep. Like it works. You can do that, and you'll wake up feeling way more recharged versus drained. Child of the cosmos, intelligence of the universe lies within you. So what I'm getting from this one is you're a starseed, right? So this is how we started. You're a starseed, and you're here to bring about this intelligence of the cosmos and seed it into the earth, the 3D earth, so that we can just activate as a collective, you know, as a collective, we can activate and ascend higher and awaken more quickly. So you're like here as an amplifier, almost like a dowsing rod, or is that the word? It's like if you look into your body deeper, if you look at yourself almost like with x-ray eyes, right, you would see that you're filled with light. You're filled with, your chakras are filled with light, and making that available to the world has always been your mission. This bringing this light into the world, into the earth, and sharing it with others has always been your mission. But, and I talked about this in a prior message, it's like the pre-mission had to happen before the actual mission can take place. And the pre-mission involves a lot of healing. But what I'm getting from this card is that your chakras and your energy centers in your body are really open. You're really connecting to the cosmos. You're connecting to the star families that you're, you know, you have contracts with and agreements, and you've made, you know, soul purpose contracts with them that saying that you would come down and assist these, you know, interdimensional beings. Because you are one of them. You're just in human form right now. So you're really connecting with your star families, and what I'm seeing is that because of all the healing work you've done, you're also going to be connecting with other similar souls on this plane, which is really exciting, because I do feel like you've been in hermit mode and you've been hidden in plain sight for most of your life. And maybe not even hidden, but you just trigger reactions in people that, because your frequency is high, that maybe isn't what, you know, you would have wanted growing up, or even, you know, more recently, like in your social circles. Like maybe the communities that you're part of don't understand you, or have, like, the energy just changes when you walk into a room. So and people feel that, and it makes them uncomfortable, and they don't know what to do with it, because it's almost like shining a spotlight onto them, as in like, why do I feel like this, you know? So let's see what else we have. This is on the bottom of the deck. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. Yeah. This is what's coming through. And again, I'm feeling like this connection. There's something about like an awakening that just took place within your system. And I think that this is a more like group activation of star seeds, certain star seeds. But there's something about your connection to the cosmos, to the stars, to, you know, these other beings that are trying to assist us in this kind of bringing about more healing and more peace on this planet and the liberation of humans and animals on this earth. And yeah, light worker, star seed, serve the world by being you. There's something about your ability to have tapped into your authentic self lately. There's something about you not being scared to be who you really are and have come to be. And I feel like it's something new. It's like a new chapter has opened, and that in terms of like honoring who you really are and like not being afraid to, you know, maybe talk about topics like this, or just weave into your work and into your social life and into your relationships, just like more truth, more being honest about like your experiences, and maybe you're finding that you're even being validated more so than in the past where you were more misunderstood. So there's something really beautiful happening for you. And, you know, maybe you're not feeling it fully yet. Like this activation isn't like fully taken root. But what I'm getting is that something is opening, something is blossoming, something is really coming online for you. And maybe it's even your gifts. I'm seeing here at the crown chakra, this ball, this sphere of light, but which is also like, it could be a planet, but to me, it's like, it's almost like an activation of your, not only your mission, your North Star mission, but your gifts and your unique gifts. And maybe that some of your gifts or one of your gifts is to connect with the higher dimensions and the higher realms, and to intuit and channel information. I'm seeing the contrast between the light and the dark here. Now, what that just signals to me is that in order to arrive here and to arrive to this moment of ascension or awakening, you had to do a lot of work, and there was a lot of suffering involved with this, okay? So whoever I'm speaking to has been through a lot, has been through a lot of trauma possibly, and yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of suffering. You've been through it, and it's almost like you're being resurrected from this darkness, which was always meant to be the birthplace of your purpose and of helping you to come into your power so that you could awaken these gifts. So you're finally serving the world by being you. You're finally starting to. That's the thing. I am feeling like it's kind of like the beginning of this. So it's a very exciting time, and you might be noticing small shifts. There might not be like huge shifts yet, or there might even be like paranormal situations or experiences that you're feel like you're opening up to, and these could be positive, these could be negative. So I feel like there's a lot coming into your world that's new, but it's kind of like the beginning, and so it's all a process. And I do feel like there might be a part of you that wants to just open up more and like wants this to be like a really fast thing, a fast expansion. And what I'm getting is like your guides are saying like slow down, really move, like pace yourself, you know, because it requires a sturdy container to hold these gifts and to be able to really activate and channel and hold the light that you are bringing to the earth, okay? To be this pillar of light, not only do you need focus to, envelop yourself in this and hold the vision of it around you and really feel it and take it in, that requires focus, right? And it requires a lot of I would say endurance or capacity to and steadiness to channel light, to become the channel. To once you're the clear channel, then it requires work, it requires strength, it requires courage to then channel that light outwards. So both ways, receiving and giving, it's going to require stamina. That was the word I was looking for, stamina, to live into this mission that you were sent here for, okay? I'm going to get one more and I'm going to close it. I'm going to keep this short because I just feel like the message is very clear. Okay, so we have in reverse, all paths lead to home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. And we have forge, don't follow. Pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. So all paths lead to home. I mean, I think that what you're starting to really learn to do, which you've been working on a lot, is turning your gaze within versus like looking out for your answers, like outside of yourself for answers, right? You're really tapping into your own connection with your higher self. And this could also represent your higher self. I mean, to me, like the higher self is much more on a grander scale than this, but like it's giving vibes of, connecting with higher self, North Star, star people, star soul families, that kind of thing. But I really see you turning your gaze within, and I just saw 1717 on the clock. And I feel like that represents the inner and the outer world. So if your inner world is becoming sturdier and more steady and you're creating more endurance and focus within, that's going to be manifested on the outside, okay? And we have forge, don't follow, pave a new path. You are really becoming the leader that you've always craved. And maybe, you've worked with mentors or teachers or been parts of, containers or group programs or trainings. Maybe you've done a lot of those, but there's something about you that is really unique that it's almost like these mentors couldn't give you what you needed because they didn't have what you were actually trying to train in. So it's like, and maybe they gave you a lot, right? It's like they gave you a lot in terms of teaching you something that they knew how to do, right? And knew how to do well. But it wasn't your gift that you were training in. You were training in someone else's gift or someone else's system. And what I'm getting is like, you need to be this leader that you've always wanted to have in your life. And whether that, I just got like writing a book maybe came into my mind. So maybe some of you are like, your wish is to write a book one day, or, maybe you are writing a book right now. Helping to guide others in achieving something that you've achieved. But yeah, it's like no one has been able to give you exactly what you've always craved, because it's like the stars were trying to align you to being self-led, right? Again, inner authority, like turning inwards for the answers, turning to your higher self for the answers, turning towards even, mentors and guides and in the spirit world for answers versus like in the 3D physical realm, and seeking that approval, and seeking, like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Is this the right path? Can someone confirm that for me? You know, like, I don't feel like that. I feel like that's an old pattern that is really dying, and you're really shedding that. And that's powerful. So if that's you, congratulations, because a lot of people don't release patterns like that for lifetimes, you know, and it's something that they have to keep working on. Eventually, when they come back again, it's like, okay, I'm still in this, you know, pattern of being triggered when I feel rejected or criticized, and it makes me want to seek the approval of others more so I can feel more secure and safe within myself. Like, there's something about your solidity that is really showing. There's something about your connection to source that is really showing in the outside world. And it's really beautiful. So yeah, I'm just, I'm celebrating you, and keep being the leader that you wish you had, and, you know, trying new things, being bold, being courageous, but again, and taking risks, but again, like, really pace yourself. It's like the spring of the cycle. So you're just sprouting, right? If you were a little plant, you would be just sprouting into, and one day you will be a beautiful, tall, bold tree, right? But right now you're just sprouting, so go easy on yourself. The pre-mission of healing and releasing old patterns is really, I feel like, coming to a close. And because that's wrapping up, you're really able to connect into these higher realms and really start to fulfill your mission. And you're part of your mission, and I don't know how you do it uniquely, but it's definitely connecting to spirit in some way, and connecting to higher guidance, and bringing that forth, and serving the world with that. So let me know in the comments, how do you serve the world? How do you see yourself serving the world? I would love to know. All right, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next one.